Welcome and good morning. My name is Mike Ferry. Some of you are longtime clients. Many of you are brand new to the real estate business. Some have been to my events, seminars, retreats, etc. Some have never attended. But in either case, I want to share a couple thoughts with you folks today. The market that we're involved in today is what I refer to as a normal real estate market. And by normal, I'm referring to the fact that you have expired listings again. For sale by owners are not selling on the first day. There's not 20, 30 offers on each listing you take. Appreciation in most cases at this time does not exist, and if it does exist, it's minute. Prices are going down in some parts of North America as this economy continues. It's normal. We're going to do 4.6, 4.7 million transactions this year, and if you look over the last 20 years, that is pretty normal. But what's interesting is I started the business in June of 1975 full-time, made the decision I wanted to be a professional speaker within the real estate industry, do real estate sales seminars, management seminars, and then of course a lot of other things followed after that. So today is March 8th, 2023. That means I've been doing this for 48 years. So I have been able to outlast a lot of the people that are not comfortable with the message that I deliver. I've been able to outlast some of the big companies that have come into the industry and disappeared. I've been able to outlast all those that think Mike Ferry is really the wrong path to follow. And I've been able to last with a lot of great real estate people nationwide, US and Canada. You may not be aware that we're operating in Europe now. We have been for about 10 years. We're operating in Russia now. We're expanding our European operations. In fact, next week we're going to Milan doing a superstar retreat, which we do twice a year across the Atlantic Ocean, which has been a lot of fun. So we're here. We're here to last. The company will be here for a long time, because I get asked all the time, how long are you going to keep doing this work that you're doing? Because I'm turning 78. Probably in about 2 months. I can never keep track. And of course, every 2 years, I set a 2-year plan to retire. So I set one at 76 for retiring at 78. Now I've set one at 78 to retire at age 80. So hopefully you and I will be working together at some point during that period of time. But we are involved in a very interesting period of time, and it's unusual. And I've been through so many recessions and so many high points in our industry, so many different philosophies as to how the business should be run. So many new ideas. I mean, let's face it, 20 years ago, technology was hopefully something that might work. Now technology, in many cases, runs the back end and some of the sales side of all the transactions we're doing today. So I've been through a lot of evolutions. I've been through a lot of revolutions in real estate. I've been banned by NAR, by almost every major real estate franchise company at some point. I've been banned by most of the big real estate companies. It's just part of the fact that I am willing to not compromise on what I believe is the right thing for you to do. And if you look at what a real estate person is supposed to do, we are supposed to be involved in people, communication, and image, which draws people to us and allows us to go in and present and talk to people. But I've always said, if you don't prospect, you don't present, and you don't close, you don't do business, and you become a hazard in our industry and another number that didn't make it. So for 48 years, I've been saying we have to teach you how to prospect and talk to people. We have to teach you how to pre-qualify so you can do your job at a higher level, the same way a doctor does, the same way an attorney does. We have to teach you how to do a lot of lead follow-up because they give us their name and number for a reason. So there's so many steps that I've been teaching for 48 years. But the last 2 years have been a little different. And I think for those that have been around a while, as I go through this, you'll know what I'm talking about. You see, I believe at this point in the industry, here we are March of 2023, and I'm going to refer to a couple of words on this paper here. I believe a lot of real estate people became very complacent because of the success we had in 21, 22. because it was pretty much easy money for most real estate people. If you got into real estate, got your license, you could do a couple deals, make some money. It wasn't a talent era of real estate. I've said for years it was a no talent era. I think a lot of people got spoiled. I think a lot of people lost their sales edge. I think some agents got a little lazy. A lot of agents got pretty big egos because they were making more money than they ever dreamed possible. From June, July of 2021 to June, July 2022, it was probably one of the hottest markets I've seen in my 48 years. Why? Well, 3% interest rates, almost every listing sold, resulting in no expired listings, the constant chatter of no inventory, which kept people on edge all the time in terms of buyers. We did over 6.2 million transactions. Remember, a normal year is 4.7, 4.8. Folks, we can't have 6.2 million transactions without a lot of listings being taken and sold. So there was inventory. We just didn't have standing inventory. We just didn't have a lot of unsold inventory. Listings were being taken and sales were being made every single day. 10, 20, 30 plus offers on every listing, buyers paying 10, 20, 30% over asking price. I wrote down a listing represented a piece of gold, yet became a burden because of all the negotiating that had to take place. I mean, you got a listing and you got 32 offers and you're sitting there trying to decide what is best for the seller, what is best for the buyer. It was a tough time. Market going this way, and boy, some blood, sweat, and tears were being shed during this period of time. What's interesting is so many people did less deals between July of 2021 and July of 22 in a market going in this direction, and yet they made more money because the prices kept going up. Then the world of money woke up in June, July, August of 2022. Why? Because the world of money woke up, and we saw this take place last year. Why? Because of all of the above that disappeared. The transaction count went down, along with the work habits, attitudes, and mindset of so many people in our business today. We coach a lot of people. We have a lot of people attending our events. And the number one complaint we hear is, Mike, you don't understand how hard it is today. I just can't make any money. Well, when you go from 6.2 million transactions to 4.6, it caused a lot of financial stress for a lot of people. I wrote down for the industry, I kept saying, this is a normal market. This is a normal market. NAR came out with some interesting thoughts the first of this year, where they said that in a 12-month period of time, listen carefully, 125,000 agents did 4 or more deals during the last 12 months out of 1.6 million. A tiny percentage. Our friends in Toronto sent me the Toronto board news. Toronto has 70,000 active agents in the Board of Realtors. 41% did 0 transactions for the year. The same 41% did 1 to 4 transactions for the year. And out of 70,000 agents, 91 did between 50 and 75. So what we've seen happen is a giant tilt. The masses doing little and the minorities doing the masses in terms of transaction. Our goal is to expand the number of people that are succeeding at a higher level. If you want to expand, you pay attention to what we teach, get involved, attend our seminars, get involved in our coaching, follow what we do. Why did all this take place? All this crazy stuff that we've been talking about? Well, there was a very strong lack of a positive mindset over the last few months. You know, it just can't be done. The market's no good. We heard that all the time. The sales skills were not necessary, and in most cases not used. We saw complete, total distraction when it came to sales skills between July, August, September, and really virtually the month of March of this year, which is why Sabrina, my wife, who runs the company, deemed March as Mindset March. We're going to work on our mindsets every day. So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December can be great months for all of us. Too many agents were involved in the wrong activities. I wrote, not enough people were taking productive actions every day. There was no consistency in our daily schedule. Agents bought into all the easy magic formulas, do a dancing video and people will call you. I mean, it makes no sense whatsoever. Too many agents lack the discipline, which is why 125,000 did 4 or more. But then, what's worse, I wrote, the agents started listening to the news to find out what was happening in real estate, and what they were getting was more and more doom and gloom. Agents were talking to other negative agents all the time, and then, of course, there is that third factor, negative self-talk. Too many agents were defeated mentally long before the market had a chance to affect their productivity. So if we strengthen our mindset, which will strengthen our activities, which will strengthen your production and create a revenue stream in terms of money for you, you're going to be fine. But it starts here. Because when you control this, you control what comes out of here. And when you control what comes out of here, you control the activities you take. Pass this along to your friends in real estate. This message needs to get out. This market is okay when you have the skills, the mindset, the activities, and the action to back yourself up. We can help you learn them. Get involved.